If it ever was, it was because of the crooked, violent guards, not from any of the prisoners.
So you get out and you're a normal, healthy person, or?
No, this is the thing about being released from prison. You think you can step back into your life again, and you can't. Your life is never going to be the same.
Because?
Because you're not the same. Everybody comes out of prison with PTSD. Everybody. I can't tell you how many times I woke up in the middle of the night having the same dream that it's count time and I find myself outside the prison and I have to figure out how to get back in to be in my bunk in time for count time or they're going to send me to solitary. And I can't figure out how to get back inside. I had a dream for 2 years after I got out. But then, it wears off and you start thinking about patching together a career, and my marriage didn't survive it. But,
Sorry.
Yeah, me too. Thank you. But
who are you today?
I like who I am. I'm not perfect. I can be a judgmental asshole. But on this one issue, I was right and they were wrong.
Is the Trump team better on torture and these kinds of issues?
They are, in an odd way. Trump sometimes makes the wrong statements. I'm going to bring back waterboarding and a hell of a lot worse. No, you're not. You're talking tough, but no, he never did any of that stuff. He made a mistake twice in his first term appointing very, very bad people as CIA director. Very bad. Like Mike Pompeo, oh my God. The only person less popular than Mike Pompeo at the CIA was Mrs. Mike Pompeo, let me tell you. I got that from one of his bodyguards. And then Gina Haspel.
Wait, why?
You, go get my dry cleaning. You, go walk my dog. They're like, lady, we don't work for you. We're protecting your husband. We're not going to go get your dry cleaning and walk your dog. The other one was Bloody Gina Haspel. We called her Bloody Gina for a good reason. She flew out to the secret site to sit in on one of the torture sessions just because she could. Just to sit there and enjoy it and take it all in. What kind of sick person does something like that?
So what does that say to you, and how do you communicate that to your son if you're only going to have one last conversation with him?
Yeah.
What are you going to say to him if this is true?
There's a saying in ancient Greek that translates to know thyself, right? You really have to trust yourself. Of course, we all make mistakes, very big mistakes. I have, certainly. But you have to trust your gut. Like, listen, deep down, we all know the difference between right and wrong. All of us. The hard part is actually implementing the right when it's not expedient.
Hey, Bev. So I wanted to follow up on Vegas. When are you thinking about that for the trip? What days?
So I'm thinking either the 20th or the 21st.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
I think it does, as long as it's early enough in the month. I think that probably works.
Wait 1 second.
Okay.
Do you mind giving me that dose, please?
Wait, what did you just say?
It's this really wonderful supplement for cholesterol called Dose. Have you seen it?
This is so crazy. I feel like I'm literally, Bev, seeing this everywhere. It is wild.
I started drinking it because a friend told me it actually tastes like mango, a little bit of spicy because it has turmeric. It helps with cholesterol.
Okay, all right, well, I obviously need to do that. That damn Dose is everywhere. Hey, man.
Hey man, how you doing?
Good. How you been?
I've been doing great, man.
Is that you?
Oh, that's us.
Oh, wow. Are you using that?
Yes. Man, everybody is, man.
It is crazy. I had not heard about it until a couple months ago, and now I feel like everybody's using it. Damn, I may need to start trying it.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, I like that.
You want one?
You have it here?
Man, stop, man. I got just what you need.
Okay, all right. Oh, you got the little fancy things, huh?
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, a little shot of something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I actually have this?
Man, come on, man.
All right. Okay. All right. You don't have to tell me once.
Step back now. Watch out.
You sure this is good for me?
Oh, it's good.
Okay. All right.
It'll be good to you.
Tastes a little bit like mango,
Okay.
but with a little bite.
Okay.
It's like they must have some pepper in this.
Ain't nothing like getting bit.
What made you start on this?
Man, I'm 60. I'm getting to be 65 years old on Monday.
Happy birthday early.
That's right.
So this is, you think this is giving you a little something?
Oh man, it's gonna be a part of my life for a long time. Yeah, man. What do you want, man?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. Make me beautiful.
Well,
Bob Kennedy told me a story that just sticks right here in the front of my head. He said on November 22nd, 1963, that terrible day, his mother picked him up from school early. He was in 6th or 7th grade. She picked him up from school early and brought him back home. They lived in McLean, Virginia at a house that they called Hickory Hill. So the Kennedys were very, very close to the CIA director and his wife, John McCone. And Mrs. McCone had died of breast cancer 6 months earlier. And the Kennedys were worried about Director McCone. They were worried that he was going to harm himself. And so they invited him to dinner every single night, 7 days a week. And after dinner, he and Bobby Kennedy Sr. would go for a swim. So when Bob Jr. and his mom get to the house, he said he got out of the car. His dad and Director McCone were standing in the driveway. And when he walked past them, he heard his father say, "Tell me your people didn't do this." And McCone said, "I don't know who did it." He didn't say, "Of course my people didn't do it." He said, "I don't know who did it." And I think that with what we know now, I think it's safe to assume that there were elements of the CIA. It was not an official formal CIA policy, XV, kill the president. I think that there were elements of the CIA that were probably involved. And I'll add one other thing. When I was stationed in Pakistan, the oldest of the old timers that I worked with was this legendary officer. To tell you the truth, when I got there, I didn't get his last name. So I only called him Gene. "Hi, John, this is Gene. Gene, this is John." I said, "Hi, Gene, nice to know you. Good to work with you." And I was there for weeks until somebody said, I asked a question and somebody said, "Ask Gately." I said, "Who's Gately?" "Gene." I said, "Gene is Gene Gately?" He said, "Yeah, who'd you think he was?" I said, "The commander of the Bay of Pigs operation is working for me." And he said, "Yeah." So we all lived in the same guest house. It was a very small guest house. So we would have breakfast together, go to the office, have dinner together. So I went up to him and I said, "Gene, you're Gene Gately? You commanded the Bay of Pigs?" And he says to me, "Fucking Kennedy, we could have won that thing." And that was the very first time I ever saw that flash of anger. And I thought, oh, I understand 1963.
Do you think LBJ was involved?
To me, that just seems like a bridge too far. But the people that I know who believe that LBJ was involved do have some compelling evidence, I guess.
And what do you say about the Israelis being involved?
I've come to believe that the Israelis were involved.
And why? What would their stake have been in it?
They
in
were
1963?
absolutely livid that John Kennedy not only would not give them a nuclear weapon, but would not allow them to develop a nuclear weapon.
But wouldn't there be enormous risk for them in taking out an American leader?
Oh, yeah. Enormous, like incalculable risk. Yes.
And so why would you do it anyhow?
Because they saw it as a matter of their own survival. Remember, the whole idea was that the Arabs were going to push them into the sea. There wouldn't be one Jew left. And so
hence from the river to the sea.
From the Jordan to the Mediterranean. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll add something. I have a friend at the White House, and we were talking. I'm going to say this was almost a year ago, and I said offhandedly, "Thank God the president released all the remaining Kennedy documents, because now we know all this stuff about Oswald and James Angleton that we never knew." And he said to me, "He didn't release all of it." And I said, "Yeah, he did, kind of famously so." He said, "No, he didn't." And I said, "What's left?" And he said, "Every document that remains classified has the word Israel in it." And I said, "Damn it. I was hoping they weren't involved."
But let me ask you this.